boys and girls. It is your favorite Prince of Bot, your favorite modern day media, mediator. You already know who your boy is. It's your boy Dwayne, aka the Highlight Reel. Y'all already know what time it is. And I am, your host for today. One of your hosts that I'm going to actually alley to my other host, my co-host, my one, my only. You already know the very beautiful Queen of Clatchet herself. Miss Janine, talk to the people. What's up?
What's good? What's cracking? What's popping, everybody? It's your girl, the Queen of Clatchet, bougie thugging all day, every day. Back again for another episode of Pass the Axe.
Let's go!
Yes.
Oh, man. Hey, listen, we got a really dope show lined up for y'all today. I know y'all can already tell about the energies and how lit we is right now. You know what I'm saying? That, it's going to be a real fun one. But before I introduce my main special guest, our main special guest for this evening, I'm going to introduce a familiar that y'all already know. The man we talk about all the time on this show, some kind of way, because this man is the hardest working man on television, on OTS, on the sidelines, you name it. He's on Six Families Radio. He's on Tuned In. He's on everything. This man is everywhere, okay? You might even catch him in your neighborhood shop. You know what I'm saying? You just never know. My boy... And I always introduce him this way because I have to. He is the Eagle flying, Celtic repping, anti-cowboy hating, non-New York Nick repping. My boy, the hardest working man in all of entertainment. This is my boy, my brother from another, Derek Myers. What's happening, my friend?
Nothing much. Thanks for having me on.
Well, it's cool. You know, I got two ladies on the show today, so I kind of needed a little extra male help today, you know what I'm saying? Because, I felt like, it's good to kind of have a nice battle of the sexes episode, I guess. That's what this seems like. It seems like a battle of the sexes episode. But now I got the pleasure and the honor to introduce to everybody. But before I do that, I got to some shout outs real quick. So I want to shout out everybody listening right now on Six Families Radio right now. If you're listening live, hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you if you're a first-time listener. It is great to have you on the show. Hope you're feeling the energy already. Keep on listening because we got a real dope show lined up for you today. And if you are a Spotify-alien out there, you already know what to do. Welcome if you're a new listener. We appreciate your listens right now. Shout out to any and every place that is listening worldwide. You know what I mean? Because we international now, y'all. We ain't just in the States. We getting listens all over the place now. So shout out to y'all on my Spotify-aliens out there. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, Make sure you follow us and let us know, so that every time a new episode pops up, you already got the heads up, if you know what I mean. And I would like to shout out my people on Apple Podcasts because, y'all already know what the deal is. Team iPhone all up in this here circle for the most part. So if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, y'all see them little 5 stars down there? Yeah, go ahead and click them 5 stars. Leave a nice little subscription, you know what I'm saying? A little sub, let us know what you're doing, where you're at, where you're from, so we can shout you out. And make sure you subscribe as well. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the pleasure and the honor to introduce a very, very special guest, someone that your boy goes way back with, way back. I mean, interesting story. Story time. Story time. So check this out. Now a lot of you guys know me as the, very lyrical artist by the name of Highlight Reel. You know what I mean? However, there was a time before I was Highlight Reel, I used to kind of go by D Reel. Yeah, there's a little bit of a difference, not that much. The real was still in the name, but it was a different letter and a different, catchphrase. But nonetheless, I went by the name of D Real. And I was a part of this interesting organization, company, you know, however you want to view it, look at it.
Yeah.
But it was cool for what it was at the time, you know what I mean? When it was just a little up and coming rapper, you know, in these streets. And it was a nice little site called Pros Productions. And that came out in an era where, you know, MySpace and MySpace music was popping. There's a throwback for you guys out there saying,
MySpace.
what is MySpace?
Yeah.
Yeah. What is MySpace? Yeah, there was a thing, you know, before there was a Facebook and all of that. It was called MySpace, and MySpace had MySpace music. Well, Post Productions was kind of sort of like a MySpace music in a way. You had a nice little profile, you put your music, your bio, all that jazz, and you can network with people. So I met this interesting young lady, and she was a very young lady at the time. She is no longer, she's still young, but she is no longer a young lady because she is a grown woman, ladies. She is a grown, there you go.
Yeah,
there you go. You got to put that in there. Emphasize that. You know what I'm saying? But at that time, man, you know, geez, I believe she was like, what were you, like 15, 16 back then? I believe it was crazy.
I was definitely like a teenager around like it because I started writing around 14 and I'm 25.
Yeah.
So it had to be around like definitely early teenage years. Post productions.
Yeah.
I did not really know about like that agency was kind of, I don't know. It's like iffy.
Yeah.
A lot of iffy stuff.
It really was. You know, it sounded very promising at the time. It was like, oh, okay, this looks like the type of place to really kick off. And
a lot of things seem promising at the time, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Until you realize
especially being
they're not doing nothing. Yeah, they're not doing nothing.
Not doing nothing. I mean, you just sitting there getting your hopes all high, like, yo,
we're you know, like when you know what you want.
Yeah. You do. You know, you got that hunger.
Like
so it was crazy. But you know,
so I had to find something else.
You know. So at that time, you know, we got the chance to collab. We even got a chance to do a song that, well, you know, the world never got to really hear because it was still in its working stages at the time. But your boy Do still got that way back in D-Real archives.
Oh, so you know what I'm saying? Past the Aux exclusive?
I don't know about all that. You see, here's the thing. The stuff I did as D-Real is kind of literally buried for life. You know what I mean? Like, there may be a few things that kind of rise here and there, but for the most part, the D-Real stuff is kind of buried. You know, Highlight Reel then took over and went light years ahead of anything D-Real ever did. So, you know, in the modern day, we're both grown and mature artists, so don't worry. We'll get that collab going, and we'll give the world something brand new, something more up to date.
Beautiful.
And a lot better than any of that stuff from back in the day. But nonetheless, since those days, I have really watched this woman mature and grow and become such an awesome artist. So allow me to do my introduction thing that you know I love to do. Okay, so I would like to introduce to you guys a woman that is from Bronx, New York originally, baby, but currently resides in the LBC. Shout out to Snoop D-O-double-G. You already know. Y'all like I did that, right? Y'all like I did that? Yeah. So, you know, and this woman is a singer. She is a rapper, an actress, writer, and she's a dancer. Ladies and gentlemen, she can a jack of all trades, can do it all in the artistry of artistryness. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I just added a word. There you go. We're adding it. You know what I mean? I got catchphrases. We got a list, baby. And so this woman, if you want to know, well, okay, she can do all that. So what's her style? Well, okay, let's just say she can do some pop for you if you like the pop stuff. She can do the R&B if you old school, you like your R&B feels and vibes. She can do hip hop. She can do EDM. She can do alternative style. Whatever you need it, this woman can provide it for you. So without further ado, I'm gonna let her go ahead and just kind of say what's up to you peoples, and I'm gonna introduce my very good friend, Miss Joslyn Sky.
Hi guys, how are you? I'm glad that we are here today, blessed and just getting it in life, getting out of bed and doing something that benefits our tomorrow. So yeah, I'm excited to be here. I'm happy to be a part of this, and I am here to just share my experience and everything I've done, and maybe help somebody else out there that struggles with, you know, what they want in life and what they want to do.
Yes, absolutely. And this is going to be, like I said, a very, very awesome show. So welcome to the show. Welcome to Pass the Ox. It's so great to reconnect with you after so many years. It's like crazy how time flies, but it is so awesome to reconnect, have you on here with us. And
this is our first female guest too. So this
yes.
is exciting.
Yeah.
Shout out to my
really?
you see me and my co-host. You see me and
That's
my co-host. This is how you know. This right here, he was just saying what I was just thinking.
I know.
She
I
got
felt
me,
it.
you know? You got me.
Telepathy. I felt it.
Yes, that's what it is, baby. It's straight telepathy amongst co-hosts. Get you a co-host that knows what you're thinking, why you're thinking it, and can say it. Boom, you whack co-hosts out there. Y'all like how I did that. But anyways, yes, I mean, this is our first female guest. So it is awesome to have our first female. So now, as you guys can see, shout out again to my YouTube people, because as you can see, we got a nice dynamic going on. This is a battle of the sexist episode in a way, because we got 2 males and we got 2 females. So y'all already know how we do it on the show. So let's go ahead and kick this thing off, because it is Friday. So as you know, it's been a week worth of music, and we like to kick the show off with What's in Your Ears, where we basically talk about what we basically been vibing to all throughout this week up until this point right now. So given the fact that we're 2 gentlemen over here, we'd like to say ladies first and say, ladies, what has been in your ears this week?
I say now, ladies. Hey.
Is that a song? Is that what was in your ears? Is that the song?
No, that's just what came to my head just now.
Ladies, yeah. Honestly, could I say like, could I say my, oh, someone's calling me. Can I say my like own song, or do I have to pick somebody else's song?
Oh, okay. You can say yourself. You can say anything that you've like kind of found yourself vibing to. We've had artists previously say themselves. There's nothing wrong with that.
Every artist said that they have listened, that they're listening.
Okay, every artist, myself included. Myself included. Yes,
right. So I mean, because I know like how some people are, but then again, it's like it is what it is. But the reason why I'm gonna say this song is because this song like really blew me up. And it's like I haven't even done a video for it yet. That's the one I want to do in Hawaii, the Big Drip Energy one.
Ooh,
so this one, I really blew up on TikTok. Like I got about like 9K, 10K followers in 1 month. I just started in June, and yeah, like it was really cool. It was a good experience, and I started to like show a little bit more like, you know, my sex appeal into it, but I also put like my personality likeness inside of it as well, like with acting and doing all crazy stuff. But yeah, my Big Drip Energy song, that song, oh my God, that song, like it got over 115,000 views, and then like I'll post it again, and then I'll get like 13K, and then like I just started getting like a lot of people to duet on it, and it started making it pop even more. So yeah, I like Big Drip Energy just because like, you know, like having that drip, having that swag, and it's like a summery vibe, is very happy, very upbeat, and like it just makes you feel good. Like it makes you really like get it, you know?
Yes, love it.
And that's important now, especially since we're stuck in the house. Like you need that song that's gonna uplift your spirits and make you feel like I'm popping, even though I ain't going anywhere. I'm just in the house popping.
Right. I actually real quick, I actually did a song. I wrote a song called On God, and I wrote it about the pandemic and my grandparents. So but that one, it's not like, I didn't want it to be sad. Like it's sensual, but it actually gives people hope.
Yes.
Because it gave me hope. So I really like that, like the song, how it gives people hope instead of makes them sad. It just kind of brings them, like it uplifts them. And I love music that turns negatives into a positive, you know?
For sure.
Absolutely.
I like that too.
Absolutely. I love it. So anything else, Miss Sky? Has anything else been kind of vibing? Has it just been a artistry kind of vibe all week, or you've been having it?
Yeah. Oh, well, okay. So yeah, I'm an artist. I create music like pretty much whenever I want. But I've been doing these acting classes and I've been paying for them since February, even after the quarantine. Like they discounted us a little bit, but yeah, I auditioned finally and I got a call back. So yeah, so I acted for them and I sang my On God song for them, and it was actually a crazy story because I thought I was gonna miss this audition, and I waited all the way since February. So I thought it was at 7 p.m. on a Sunday, and then one of my acting teacher texted me and at like 12:30 p.m. and she said, "Joslyn, where are you? You're fourth in line." I said, "Oh my God, I thought it was at 7 tonight. It's now?" And she's like, yeah. I was like, oh my God. And then I was like, okay, the comedy, because at first they wanted me to do comedy. So I was like, okay, I could do like crazy comedy, whatever. Let me just like look at the monologues. They didn't send it to me till the night before. And then so when I was rushing, because I was like, okay, when she sent that to me, I was like, I'm just going to look at this tomorrow and then study it the whole day tomorrow and then be ready for the audition because I already know the song I'm going to do, which is my On God. But then I had to rush. I had to get in the shower real quick, do whatever. And then the day before that, my like water knob broke. Like the whole hot water thing broke. Yeah. And I was like, this is not happening. Oh my God, why is this happening? And so I started like freaking out, getting ready. It was almost like 1 o'clock. I'm like, okay, let me look at the monologue real quick. There's like 10 monologues. I can't even open up one because they want me to pay. I'm like, oh, hell no. I don't got time to do this. I already paid for all these classes. Now they want me to pay for no. I was like, girl, listen, I'm just going to do my dramatic thing because I know what I did like a few months ago with the dramatic one, and I've never practiced these monologues. I'm not going to pay for them right now when I'm freaking out. Like, I can't do it. Man. So she was like, okay, just do your dramatic monologue then. And that's fine. Okay, cool. I'm gonna get on the Zoom chat, whatever. I get on it was supposed to originally, because of COVID, it was supposed to be in person, but whatever. We did it during Zoom. I'm waiting on the Zoom, looking at the video, waiting for them to open it up for like an hour. So like from 1 p.m. all the way to like 1:50. And I'm like, when are they gonna like let me on? Because I know it ends at 2. So it was like 1:50, and I'm like, oh my God, like literally staring. Like my anxiety was like flipping, and I'm over here like looking at my monologue, and I'm still looking at the computer because I'm like, hey, these agents, like I'm so into it. They open up the freaking computer, and I'm like, hi, what's up? Yeah, okay, I'm ready because I don't want them to be mad at me or anything. Like I was supposed to be fourth, now I'm last. Oh shoot. So then I do my slates, Joslyn, where I'm from, where I live, whatever. Do the dramatic monologue. It's like about being like sad about my dad, and then after that I was like, okay, it was like awkward silence, like we're just still staring at you, listening. I'm like, hey, it would really kill you guys to like show me some type of yes or no. Okay, cool. So then they like, okay, I was like, they're like, okay, honey, you could go ahead and sing your 30-second song or whatever. Okay. So I'm like, okay. So I did like my song, whatever. Give me a reason this virus can help us, 'cause I just wanna fall asleep and never wake up. And then I started, rapping and whatever. After I did everything I did, the one lady, she said, wow, that was really beautiful. The way you did your dramatic monologue and your singing, that went together well, perfectly. And I could definitely see you being casted. And I was like, wow, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
And then I'm looking at the guy next, like, what's she gonna say?
Simon,
like, right. What's she gonna say? And then, all right, Simon, nah. But then he was like, no, it was really good. I'm actually, impressed. Like the monologue and the song together, that was the perfect match. So me freaking out, not doing comedy, whatever, it worked out. Everything works out. No matter if you think it's not working out, It's working out. It's exactly how you're supposed to tell your success story. It's exactly how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to be ruined. You're supposed to have your bathroom all messed up and still try to get ready. You're supposed to be missing it thinking it's 7 p.m., but it's not. It's right now. We want you to keep on doing this so we could build your story and make it better. Yeah. So, so like, I was like, okay, cool. And then they're like, okay, honey, that was great. Thank you so much. Okay, we'll talk to you later. Gotta go. Bye. Like, that's it. I was out. I was out. That's how they do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So they're like, we talk to you later. Bye bye. And so they close it up. But then I get this text saying, oh my God, yeah, they're crying. What? They're crying? No, they're not. You're freaking lying. They're crying. Like, that's a good sign. You just made them cry. Like, you made grown older people cry. Like, okay. I was like, okay. So when do I get like the call back? She's like, don't worry, they'll call you directly. So I was just like, yay.
Yeah.
And everything works out. So that was just a little story about my callback. But other than that, like, everything kind of worked out, even though it didn't seem like it was at the time and I was freaking out. Just, it's always calmest before the storm. Like, just stay calm, because there was a little bit in me like that was like, God has me. I know, like, he wouldn't let me, like, he wouldn't steer me wrong on this day, you know, right. Like he didn't.
That's dope.
That was really
that's
cool.
Dope. So that's a great way to basically say what's in y'all ears. Well, there's something in y'all ears, the listeners.
Right.
Now you got in your ears an inspiring story to let you know. Keep on going and everything that you do. So, well, I guess I'll pass it over to my co-host and ask her, since that's the next lady up, what's been up in your ears, man?
I mean, how do you follow a story like that?
You got to come on with it. You
have your own stories, babe. Everybody has their own stories. You got it. You got this.
My story this week is I started watching P Valley on Stars. Have y'all seen the ads for this?
Yeah, I have.
Stars.
Yeah, so it's P Valley and it's on Stars.
Okay, the network, right?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. So basically, P Valley is about this strip club called The Pink, and it's basically telling a story about what goes on inside of the stripper club and the drama and the sensuality and the seduction and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. And so it's set inside of Tennessee, right? So I've been listening to like Project Pat and like Gangsta.
Oh, she was Memphis on it. You took it to my home city?
I am a Pat shit. Been listening to Project Pat. I've been listening to Gangsta Black. Been listening to 3 6 Mafia. Okay. And then it's funny watching the show because on our last episode, I don't think this part aired, but Dwayne was kind of giving us a little bit of Memphis slang. So like slaw and I'm like flodging. I don't even know.
Yeah.
Flodging.
What is that?
Flodging. I thought you said logic for a minute.
Flodging, yeah, flodging. So flodging basically means that you fronting, you lying, that you hiding something. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of what that is.
That's what that guy's. Wait, that's what a rapper's name is? Flodging?
No, it's kind of like a slang term. It's like flodging versus flexing, or
I've never heard that.
Okay. It's a Memphis thing. We kind of have our own little, get up.
I got you. Okay.
Now I must tell the people out there, if you've seen Hustle and Flow, ignore everything that you saw in that. There we go. Public service announcement. Okay. Yes, it was based in Memphis, Tennessee. Everything you saw. But Terrence Howard did not interpret a good enough term of what Memphis slang is, okay? Just because you hear Maine, when you hear Maine is something we say, yes. It's something we say at the end of every sentence.
Beautiful.
We do say Maine, but not like that, and that's not the only slang word in that city, okay? We have other words. Thank you. All right, public service announcement.
We have other
words. What are some other words other than slaw and flodging?
Oh, man, geez. Well, for one, I hate to say it like this, but pretty much everything has hoe at the end of it.
Yeah, hoe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah. So when this guy named Juicy J, you guys may have heard of him. You know, he has a nice little ad lib that goes, "Yeah, ho, yeah, pretty much." That's pretty much a slang word. So when you hear a Memphis person, a native Memphian, say "ho" at the end of something, they're not talking about a woman. They're talking about anything. A hoe just is. Man, that hoe was
it's
fire,
just a noun,
like, a hoe's a hoe.
Right. Like the hoes.
Yeah. So if you
like, ho.
you'd be like, yeah, ho. So ladies, especially ladies, if you hear a Memphis guy say that, you know, don't take it literal, okay? They're literally talking about something.
Context is everything. Like, I need context.
Yeah.
At what point did you say yeah, ho? Like, was it right after I said something, or
right? And also, yeah, like, I mean, I've read something where like it says the number one rule in life is to not take anything personal, even if it is intended. But I can't help but like feel like, damn, like he just called me a hoe for what?
He called me a ho in front of all these people.
In front of everybody, like it's all public, and like they looking at me, and I'm looking at them, and then they looking at him, and then we all looking at like each other, like we all confused. So we need to know.
Yeah.
What
like everybody's nosy over here, you know. So I gotta tell them, I'm like, don't look at me, look at him. You know, like.
Yeah.
Period.
It all varies, you know what I mean? Like they kind of say it in a way where, you know, like for example, let's just say you had the most bomb meal in the world, and you just like, hey, that whole fire, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's fine. But then you say it to somebody that's just randomly walking, and then everybody else is looking, and then like it just makes it awkward.
See out there now. See, that's why I say the women in Memphis usually already kind of know the deal, because like if they just randomly walk by and somebody be like, "Yo, that whole fire," like they know they're not talking about them. They talking about something totally different. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I said. You know, I gotta let people know. So if you ever take a trip to Memphis, ask Dwayne. But another word would be like green. You know, pun intended, since I'm wearing green. But like green is kind of like if you say green, it's kind of slang for basically like
money.
Not even money. It actually no, it's none of those. It's actually you just being like you kind of being a little shady. You know what I mean? Like that was real green of you to kind of do that. You know what I'm saying?
That's so crazy.
You see how we all said something that does not mean what it means?
Like, hey, bro, you green.
You being green? Who made this up?
If I go to Memphis, I'm gonna need you as my tour guide.
Right.
I'm not going to Memphis by myself.
Like, and the funny thing, y'all, is that living in Atlanta as long as I have, being back and forth, and also it helps when you have a father that's in like Philadelphia at that. So you're getting the Philadelphia slang on top of the Atlanta slang, on top of the Memphis. All my life, You're never had any. I am multicultural. Yes, I am. Not to mention, y'all, I am the child of a a father who was in the Navy. So Virginia Beach is also in my native lane. You know,
my dad's like a military dad. Well, he acts like it, but yeah.
My dad's in the Air Force.
Yeah, my brother, my twin, Sergeant Air Force. Yeah, so.
Yeah, my dad was in the Air Force for a little while.
My dad's from Cleveland.
That's a battle in of itself.
Knowing your dad, the way I've known your dad, he's got military mindsets.
Oh yeah, he does.
In a street slang, but nonetheless, that's a man you don't want to mess with. I guarantee. Cool as all get out, but don't mess with him. I promise you. But anyways, that's just to say, I've never had anybody really mention like, yo, where are you from? I get that all the time. Like, where are you from? And then when I'm in Memphis, I'm from Memphis. Bro, you don't sound like somebody from Memphis. Well, yeah, because I didn't grow up here all my life, but I still catch the slang. You know, so yeah, I got y'all. Don't worry. You know, find yourself in your friendly neighborhood, Memphis, Tennessee. I got you.
Thank you.
Tell you what not to go. Tell you
where
to go. Yeah, our Memphis tour guide.
So I say from the stories that I've heard, is not really friendly.
Yeah, I've been to Tennessee like 10 times.
If you're referring to a previous guest
between that and First 48,
The first 48 hard, I'm just cool on.
I mean, it's just like that's just sponsored by Memphis.
Y'all know how they say don't believe what you see on TV. That's pretty much the truth.
Yeah, it's like it's all fake. It's all Hollywood.
Man. It's all Hollywood. Not really.
Kinda, not like
I was
there's
say
like
first 48. Really.
It's some crazy people. But.
Yeah, no, there's based on true stories and stuff, but like most of everything is like, oh, we need to make a show, like we need to make a story, even like the news, like the like everything. So, but yeah,
negativity is gonna bring in more viewership and positivity. Unfortunately,
it does. Isn't that sad?
Kind of like sex. I mean, ladies, y'all would know, right? The sex sells. I mean,
I wouldn't equate sex to negativity, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean,